If things keep getting worse in America, can I come live with you in Puerto Rico?
Trevor, I have some news for you. Puerto Rico is part of America, so it's just same.
Don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Oh, Travis! Puerto Rico, America, dump Trump! Before we get started with our review of the celebration of mediocrity and evil last night in Hollywood, I wanted to congratulate Travis Noah for his annual return to television. Uncle KC has barely seen Travis since he was fired from The Daily Show of Failure on Comedy Central after years of embarrassing failure. When he was fired, Travis tried to make us believe that it was all his decision. I'm quitting The Daily Show of Failure to pursue other opportunities in failure. 3 years later, the only job Travis has been able to find is hosting the Grammys. And that's only because most people are unwilling to host this meaningless dump of a ceremony. What a waste of time. What a complete waste of time. Last night, Hollywood once again proved how out of touch they are with normal people. Believe it or not, the Grammys used to be a very big deal. The Grammys used to feature actual stars, people with actual talent. I still remember the iconic performance between Eminem and Elton John. I think it was at the 2001 Grammys, years before Kanye West did the world a favor by interrupting a doofus acceptance speech by Taylor Swift. Wu-Tang Clan, they were doing the same thing at the Grammys for an award that they weren't even nominated for. The Grammys wasn't just the biggest award show in music. It was arguably the biggest award show of the year in Hollywood. But today, the Grammys went from being must-see TV to get off my TV. Listen to some of these so-called stars that were featured performers at the Grammys last night. You tell me, if you're willing to stop watching night nurses from Jersey to watch these unknowns accept the prestigious prize of the Golden Turd. Cat Eyes, Leon Thomas, Oliver Dean. Who, and who? Who in the hell are these people? Leon Thomas? Really? That sounds like the dude who stuck his business card in my front door last week asking to cut my grass. But last night wasn't dedicated to the unknowns who were invited to perform. They were simply the opening act to the real headliner. When you think of headliners, you think of major stars, major performers, right? Headlining acts would be someone like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, or as lonely men prefer to call her, Bae. Elton John. These are headliners. Whether you love them or hate them, they are legendary performers. So, who was the headliner at the Grammys last night? Who was the entire show basically dedicated to? Bad Booger. But my name is Bad Bunny.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. So I'm going to get to the sponsor for tonight's video, my good friends at Sugar Mountain Trading. Uncle called me back in November. He's a military veteran, served in the Gulf War in the early 90s, but as he's gotten older, been dealing with various health-related issues. Doctors had him on pain management, had him taking all this medicine just to get to sleep at night, most of which wasn't working. Once the meds wore off, he was tossing and turning all night. Plus, he was building up a tolerance to the medication. My aunt bought him some CBD lotion from Sugar Mountain Trading. She wanted him to try it out just to see if it would work. He applies the CBD lotion every night before he goes to bed. My uncle is getting the best sleep that he has gotten in years. Doesn't even take the pain medication anymore because he doesn't need it. Over the holidays, one of my viewers reached out to me telling me how the CBD lotion from Sugar Mountain alleviated his back pain. He's been dealing with back pain for years, couldn't find anything that worked, bought a bottle of CBD lotion from Sugar Mountain Trading. 20 or so minutes later, back pain gone. I have countless stories from viewers, friends, family. Everyone tells me the same thing. They cannot believe this stuff actually works. There is a reason that Sugar Mountain Trading has been with me for almost 18 months now. My audience keeps buying their CBD because Sugar Mountain Trading is the real deal. All CBD products offered at Sugar Mountain Trading, 100% natural, 100% free of THC. So click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL25, BTL25. Receive 25% off your first purchase with Sugar Mountain Trading. Since Bad Booger was the headliner last night, woke celebrities went out of their way to make him feel less marginalized. My inside sources, they told me last night that some of these doofus celebrities were walking around with carrots in their ass hoping to get the attention of Bad Hombre. Walking the magic carpet last night, damn near every celebrity was wearing a button that said, "Ice out, ice out." You know, I highly doubt you have to ask ICE agents to leave the People's Republic of California. Just like every other normal person, I'm sure ICE would be more than happy to leave the People's Republic voluntarily. They'll join the mass exodus of normal people getting the hell out of that dump. It would be one thing if the buttons were the only virtue signal last night. It would be one thing if that was the only example of anti-American attention-seeking behavior. Unfortunately, the virtue signaling and desperate cries for attention, it went on for 3 hours. Watch some of it for yourself.
I'm up here as a granddaughter of an immigrant. Yeah, I'm a product of bravery, and I think those people deserve to be celebrated.
Eyes out. We're not savage. We're not animals. We're not aliens. We are humans, and we are Americans. It's tough to know, not to hate on these days. And I was thinking, sometime we get contaminados. I don't know how to say that in English. The hate get more powerful with more hate. The only thing that is more powerful than hate is love.
Product of bravery? Product of bravery? What the hell's so brave about crossing the border illegally? What the hell is so brave about conforming to the beliefs of everyone else in that room last night? You know who was really brave last night? Jelly Bean, who I believe is the son of the legendary boxer from the 90s, Butterbean. Jelly Bean was the only musician last night who refused to be political. He thanked God for his success, and when he was pressed by the useless media to talk about ICE, Jelly Bean, he looked directly into the camera and said, "I'm just a dumb redneck. My opinion on this issue's meaningless." Yeah. Every celebrity in Hollywood should listen to the wisdom of this self-professed dumbest dude in the room. Jelly Bean was the only one at the Grammys last night who had any sense. Obviously, I can't say the same for Bad Booger, although I will give Bad Booger a little bit of credit. I was expecting him to wear a designer dress last night. At minimum, I was expecting Booger to emulate Justin Bieber and perform on stage in a thong. Look at me, I'm a belieber! I'm a big believer in grown men not being on stage in their underwear. But anyway, Bad Booger. He attended the Grammys last night dressed in a designer suit instead of a designer dress. Now, to his credit, Bad Hombre was looking dapper for his historical night. If I remember correctly, I want to say Bad Booger became the first artist to win the Album of the Year award with an album that doesn't include a damn word spoken in English. According to the Grammys, the best album released last year was a rabbit turd titled Debe Tirar Mas Fotos. Full transparency, it has been a while since I have brushed up on my Espanol, but I believe the English translation is, take that carrot out of your ass so I can eat it. Between all of the anti-ICE propaganda, there were some performances last night at the Grammys. My inside sources told me that dozens of people were waiting with anticipation to hear the live vocals of some dude named Alex Warren. I'll be hearing Alex's vocals here in a couple of weeks when he does my taxes. But for those who paid to listen to the accountant sing live last night, they left the Grammys disappointed. There was an audio malfunction as Alexander CPA was attempting to perform a song called Ordinary. We used to have wardrobe malfunctions in Hollywood where lonely men got a sneak peek at the bosom. Today, we have audio malfunctions where lonely men are forced to watch on mute as they are mesmerized by the seductive dancing of some dunce. Donnie Lemon, he was celebrated last night at the Grammys. Well, Uncle KC, why would Don Lemon be celebrated at an award show dedicated to music? I guess they were honoring Donnie for his hit single, It's Raining Men, hallelujah, it's raining men, oh yeah. The song was released Saturday morning as Don Lemon exited prison with a smile on his face and probably a bruise on his caboose. Donnie was also celebrated last night for storming a church in Minneapolis stand and harassing Christians. Speaking of Christians, their presence wasn't allowed at the Grammys last night for obvious reasons. Of course, I highly doubt most Christians would want to be in attendance for a satanic performance from the lady and her gaga anyway. And as expected, the 2026 Grammys, complete waste of time. And it was further proof as to why Hollywood continues to struggle. Not only was the album of the year not in English, it only sold 8,000 copies in its first week of release. Bad Booger's album didn't even go gold. I know record sales aren't what they used to be, but you mean to tell me the biggest album of the year sold 8,000 units in its first week and didn't even go gold in the last 10 months? Eminem can sell 8,000 units in the first hour of release. There is a reason Bad Bunny was the headliner last night. There is a reason Bad Booger was allowed to make history. His persona fit perfectly with the image the Grammys wanted to present, which was anti-ICE and anti-American. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.